Okay, let's get real for a second. How many times have you told yourself, this is going to be my year, only to hit December and think, what just happened? If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. I've been there too. Setting big goals, making promises to myself, and then watching the months fly by without really making the progress I wanted. But here's the thing, 2025 doesn't have to be like that. It can actually be the year you look back on and say, that's when everything changed. And today, I want to share 5 steps that can help you make 2025 your best year ever. These aren't complicated, and they don't require you to overhaul your entire life. They're practical, doable, and, most importantly, they work. So here's the thing about making a year truly transformative. It's not just about setting resolutions or writing down goals. Don't get me wrong, I love a good vision board as much as anyone. But if you want real, lasting change, it's about building momentum in small, consistent ways that actually stick. That's what we're diving into today. And listen, I'm not here to give you a cookie-cutter formula. This is personal. This is about figuring out what you need to do to make 2025 the year you've been dreaming of. All right, let's start with something most people overlook: reflecting on where you've been. Before you can figure out where you're going, you've got to understand what's worked and what hasn't. Take a moment to think about 2024. What went well? What didn't? Maybe you started a new habit that made a big difference, or maybe you realized there were things, or even people, you needed to let go of. Be honest with yourself. This isn't about beating yourself up. It's about clarity. When I did this for myself last year, I realized I was spreading myself way too thin. I was saying yes to everything and everyone, and it left me completely drained. That reflection alone helped me set boundaries and focus on what really mattered. And let me tell you, it was a game changer. Once you've got that clarity, it's time to set intentions. Notice I didn't say goals. Not yet, anyway. Goals are great, but intentions are the foundation. They're about how you want to feel and show up in 2025. Do you want to feel more peaceful, more confident, more adventurous? When you start with the way you want your year to feel, your actions will naturally align with that energy. For me, one of my intentions this year is to feel more present. I realized I was so caught up in planning for the future that I wasn't fully enjoying the moments right in front of me. So now, every decision I make comes back to that question: will this help me feel more present? It's been a huge shift. Now, here's where the magic happens: creating systems, not just goals. Think of systems as the habits and routines that make your goals almost inevitable. Let's say your goal is to get healthier in 2025. Instead of just writing down, go to the gym 3 times a week, build a system that supports that. Maybe that means prepping your workout clothes the night before, setting a standing workout date with a friend, or finding a class you actually enjoy. For me, one of my systems is setting aside Sunday nights to plan my week. It's nothing fancy, just a little time to review what's coming up, prioritize tasks, and make sure I'm focusing on what truly matters. It's such a simple habit, but it keeps me grounded and productive. I also want to talk about something that doesn't get enough attention: the people you surround yourself with. If you've ever heard the saying, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, you'll know what I mean. Your environment plays a huge role in your success and happiness. So take a look at your circle. Are the people around you supportive, inspiring, and encouraging? Or are they draining your energy and holding you back? This doesn't mean you have to cut people out of your life completely, but it does mean being intentional about who you give your time and energy to. In 2025, I challenge you to find your growth circle, the people who push you to be better while cheering you on every step of the way. And finally, don't forget to celebrate along the way. We're so quick to move on to the next thing, the next goal, the next milestone, that we forget to acknowledge how far we've come. This year, make it a point to celebrate your wins, big and small. Maybe you finally nailed a habit you've been working on, or you had the courage to try something new. Whatever it is, take a moment to recognize it. Trust me, when you focus on celebrating progress instead of perfection, you'll build momentum like never before. So, there you have it. 5 steps to make 2025 your best year ever. Reflect on where you've been. Set intentions that align with how you want to feel. Build systems that support your goals. Surround yourself with the right people. And celebrate your progress. These aren't just tips. They're tools to help you create a life you're genuinely excited to live. And remember, this isn't about being perfect or having everything figured out. It's about showing up, trying your best, and taking it one step at a time. You've got this.